वेलकम। नमस्ते सभी को। नमस्ते शर्मिला दीदी।
नमस्ते यशवंत जी।
Now, today in English session, first sharing will by Amaresh Bhaiya. Amaresh Bhaiya is very recently joined, but even during this short period, Bhaiya has been very actively volunteering, and also in this recently concluded international conference, Bhaiya was there in HDG panel. So I'll just give his brief introduction. So Amaresh Hotte Bhaiya is a former director at KPMG India with over 3 decades of professional experience. He attended his first UH workshop in April 2025. This is first time he's attending morning session, and he's actively associated with different volunteering activities, contributing as a UHV team member for Southern Western region, and also he was a moderator at SDG panel for UHV Global Conference, and he wishes to continue to work with UHV. So, Bhaiya, welcome, namaste, over to you.
Morning, Yashwant Bhaiya. Good morning, Sharmila Didi, and good morning, everyone present here. Okay, I think as you mentioned, this is my first sharing, so I'll try to put it across whatever I could experience in the last 3 months. Though I'm not very regular, at least I think I made sure attend 3 to 4 sessions in a week, kind of. Uh, to start with, I just wanted to share one of the thing which I generally do when I conduct workshops in my past career experiences. So I was asking people that uh, how much percentage you know yourself on a scale of 1 to 100. So I have to get an answer saying 80%, 90%, 100. Some of the people even say that more than 100% I know myself. At the end, I used to say that I only know around 50%. I was always trying to figure out how do I find the remaining 50% to know myself. I think this self-exploration journey of UHV, I think is helping me to find out the remaining 50% of me. So with this, I think my journey started though in April 2025, but my association with Rajul Bhaiya and Shabila Didi is for last 20 years. I heard about human values when I was working, values education, when I was working with Satyam in 2006. So I think from there, there is a inclination towards knowing about it, but unfortunately not scaled up to that level. But nevertheless, I did associate it in the last 9 months is a great significance. And the conference, attending that conference itself was a big learning for me. I try to say whatever I could learn and understand. And I think it's a journey going forward. One of the important thing which I noticed and was very useful for me after attending the workshop is about that exercise which they gave me to identify number of the cloths you need. So what is your need versus what is you have. So I did that not only for me, and I also asked my family to do it, and also from the friend circle where I know they're finding it so important that how important activity it is to look at it and try to look at our need instead of keep accumulating things there. So that's one thing which is I did it and I wanted to share with this group. Today, living in the world where it's extremely fast, extremely demanding, and extremely noisy area, from the time we get up to go to the bed, we keep responding to people, expectations, what we have at our level, and the deadlines at office, and keep living with that laptop throughout the day. So one thing which I felt I forgot is completely ignored myself. And I think this exploration journey in the last 3 months at least opened my eyes to relook at it and started observing and being in awareness. So that's the first thing which has happened to me and the wonderful thing which has happened to me. And I started beginning to understand that the starting point of right living is at least to be aware. So that's a great start in me. I think thanks to this UHV and self-exploration part of it. When I pause and observe what is happening within me without reacting, something is changes. I realize that I'm not helpless and not driven by impulses at the moment. I am aware and I have the ability to respond consciously. This is what I could learn in the last few months. This shift from reaction to observation has become very transformative in me, which I wanted to share with you guys. Instead of that being driven by impulses, I started seeing my inner activity very consciously. And from this awareness, a very important question arises: is that feeling that I have at the moment naturally acceptable to me? I started asking this question to myself. So this question sounds simple, but it is deeply powerful, is what I realized. For most of my life, I assumed that whatever I feel must be right. The anger, the jealousy, fear, frustration, comparison, excitement. I rarely pause to verify why this is happening, what is the reason. It just happened. Today, I'm learning to check within myself. Is this feelings naturally acceptable to me as a human being? Does this bring harmony within me? These questions at least becoming a trigger point for me to transform myself and helping me to distinguish at least temporary sensations and what is genuinely acceptable to the self. And here comes another life changing realization for me is that who is actually deciding my feelings at the moment? Earlier, I believed it was people, situations, success, failure, or the circumstances are deciding my feelings. That's what my understanding was before. Now, I'm beginning to see something different. The decision always lied within me and with the self. No person, no situation, no external event can decide my feelings unless I allow it. This is the biggest realization which is empowering me today. It's a shift from being a victim of circumstances and becoming responsible for my inner state. That is the biggest learning which I had. When I look within honestly, I can see that not all my feelings are yet based on right understanding. Many still arise from assumptions and my old sanskaras, which I am aware about. Conditioning accumulated over the years is not going to go away, but I'm at least aware and be conscious about these things. Right understanding is emerging, but I can see that complete shift requires a continuous practice, patience, and clarity, which I am working on at the moment. As I explore further, one truth becomes very clear to me. Only feelings rooted in relationship, harmony, and coexistence are naturally acceptable to me. Yet also I notice feelings of oppositions, competition, and conflict arising within me, even at the moment. These do not come from my true nature, which I realized, and they are coming from the conditioning, which I need to be conscious about. This realization showing me that consciously build new sanskars is a need for me now, based on the right understanding rather than my old assumptions or sanskaras, whatever I had. With this self exploration, I'm also beginning to understand a relationship, harmony, and coexistence, not just at a personal level, but in the context of the entire existence itself. This is very important shift for me going forward. When I see myself as an isolated individual, life is becoming a struggle. When I see myself as a part of a larger coexistence, life becomes about mutual fulfillment. Another profound clarity and that emerged for me through exercise 1 and 2. A clear distinction between the self and body is what I clearly understood. Now I now understand that I am the self, a conscious body, while the body is a material entity. Both exist but both have a different role. Self gives instructions, body executes actions, and provides information through sensations. I can read sensations, but I am not the sensation. This distinction is extremely liberating for me. So it helps me to stop blaming the body, people, or the situations for how I feel. It brings a responsibility back where it belongs to, that is within me, which is a clear understanding for me now. When my values are assumption based, I react and I lose harmony. When my values are based on right understanding, I respond and I remain in harmony. This is also one of the important realization which I had, and this bringing that happiness component which I was always looking for in my life. So I'm beginning to see that happiness is not something to be achieved in the future. It is not dependent on success, processions, recognitions, or favorable situations. Happiness is my natural state, is what I realized. External situations may influence me, but they do not decide my happiness. With the right understanding, happiness becoming stable, continuous, and dependable. Based on this clarity, my program for happiness is becoming very clear. This gives me a better understanding about living with right understanding, right feeling, and right conduct. I am gradually shifting my focus from seeking happiness through external sensations to strengthen the self through right understanding. My priority now is to keep the self in focus, using the body as an instrument and baselining my actions on natural acceptance, not on the preconditioning or social pressure or momentary pleasures. And finally, understanding must lead to commitment. I'm making a conscious commitment. I would like to devote at least 2 hours daily to self exploration and developing right understanding, and also at least 2 hours daily to a social responsibility through natural, natural self expression while balancing my present commitments. Because when right understanding grows within, right conduct in the society emerges naturally, is what I believe. In conclusion, this journey of self exploration has helping me to shift from reaction to response, from assumptions to understanding, from internal disturbance to harmony, and from dependence on outside to confidence within. As per me, it is a journey worth taking because it leads not just to a success, but to a meaningful fulfillment and happiness. So I would like to conclude my expressing heartfelt gratitude to Sharmila Didi, whose clarity and guidance have been a constant source of inspiration for me. I also would like to thank the morning session organizing team and my co-explorer friends for making this journey a collective and learning experience for me. Uh, Thank you all for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share my journey and listening with patience. Let's continue to explore, understand, and live in harmony. I think this is just a start for me. Thank you, Ashwin Bhaiya. Over to you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Amrish Bhaiya. Now I will invite Sharmila Didi to guide us.
Namaste, Amaresh ji.
Namaste.
Very, very wonderful sharing. I think very sincerely you've been exploring within, and lot of insights that you got, very meaningful insights. And I'm so glad that you put forward your sharing in this very short span of time. Obviously, there was a lot of readiness, and even when you spoke about joining, you were already ready to join and ready to sort of participate. And I can see why now, because I think you were already searching for many answers.
Yeah.
And uh, when we are searching, many sources can become our path of learning. And so this seems to have started that spark in you. And I can see very well that you are going to continue and it's very impressive that even in this short span of time, you have started the volunteering process. And that also helps in the exploration, because as you stay closer to the content, you become more and more in tune with it. So I think all the very best to you. Best wishes for further exploration. And we'll continue our journey together from the 15th batch also. All the best. And
Thank you, Didi.
best wishes to everyone at home also.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.